Greetings, fellow prospectors. Maddstone here, and welcome to ICARUS Weekly Update 212. In today's update, we get the new woolly mammoth mount. And along with the mount, we get a new updated mount user interface and some other items. So let's jump on in. You might have heard in the background there, we got somebody making some noise out here. Everybody, meet my new friend, Woolly Bully. Now, I went ahead and took care of the taming and everything ahead of time because I wanted to play around with the mount a little bit, get a feel for some stuff so I could give y'all some inside information before y'all go out and tame your own, just so you have an idea of what you're getting into. So, as normal, you'll go out and track down a woolly mammoth with a juvenile, and you'll have to do the tame, you know, kill the parent, do the tame. And I got a lot of funny stories for this whole event. This has been a 2-hour event. But anyway, I did him on the Styx map and had to take him all the way across from one Arctic zone through a forest and into the base out there on our Styx playthrough map. So we had bears and everything attacking us. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in. Let's go ahead and look at the new user interface for the mounts. Hold down E. They've now consolidated this all down to one screen with no tabs. So you're going to see in the top left over here, we've got our personal inventory where we can scroll through, and then we can drag and drop items into the mounts cargo below that, right behind my camera picture. To the right of our inventory is, of course, our little mammoth image or your pet mount image, along with their current level, their current experience bar, and you got a spot up here for your, whether they got a saddle or a cart attached to their attachment slot, basically. Below that is your status, buffs, debuffs. Go down there, and it currently shows you that you have 0 of 2 slots available. Boy, he's making a lot of noise. You can obviously, depending on the mount's talents, you can unlock a 3rd stomach slot to get an extra buff there. Right below that is the commands. So that's the screen a lot of you will be looking for initially. It used to be over on the very right over here. This is your movement commands, combat, and consumption. Now I want to point something out. On the mammoth, when you first tame a mammoth, you're only going to have the option for passive. This will be similar to the way the MOA is, where you have to unlock the combat skill separately. They don't come with a default attack. So keep that in mind when you get one, that he's not going to be able to, he won't be able to defend himself, basically. So speaking of the skill trees, we got the skill tree here. Down below will show us our current points available. Over here will show our stats. Now you'll show here he has a health. Now I think this keeps going up as he levels, because I think it was around 5,000 when I first tamed him. So just keep an eye on that. Here's your stamina, melee. So this is a great way to verify when you're spending points on talents that they're actually working. You know, that you see the results, basically. And you can expand that to show all the related stats for the mount. Let's go ahead and close that. All right, let me look. I'm going to move away from him a little bit. Make sure he's making a lot of noise. All right, so let's go back. Oh, I can't. I want to show you a skill tree. Okay, let's go back over here. All right, skill tree. The top left section is related to food and water, and eventually up here will be where you unlock the extra stomach space. So that's pretty similar to what we normally see. I think there's a leopard coming. Okay. All right. It's like never work with animals. They tell people that on TV. Never work with animals. Below that is your kind of defenses. Winter coat, that's your frost and cold resistances. Down here, you're going to have thick hide to increase his physical resistance. Then we have the riding forward. That's slow resistances, because some attacks will slow a mount. So you can reduce that. And above that would be the perceived threat in the Arctic, or actually it's attached over here. So that'll keep him from being attacked randomly. Next we have down here is all the health related items. Wild Fortitude is for increasing his max health. Nurtured Recovery will increase your health regen. And then next to that is another 10 physical resistance. So you can earn a total of 20 between 6 points here, but you can get your plus 20 on your physical resistance. And then of course, also down on this tree section here is increasing his stamina regeneration. All right, now save the best for last. These 4 boxes are his combat skills. The first one you unlock will be Primal Instincts, and this is basically his tusk attack with his tusk. And the first point unlocks the skill, the actual attack, and then you can add a couple more points to increase damage. Next one to that would be the Crushing Blow. That's his second attack, and that's where he does a stomp. And you'll see here, it'll tell you that as you spend more points, you can increase the radius of the stomp. I'm laughing, like I've done several takes, and this is the first time he's been this noisy. Probably because he's hungry. Now, to go with the Primal Instincts, there's also, you can add to that to add a hemorrhage or a bleed effect to the tusk attack. And the last one here is called War Mammoth. This allows you to increase melee damage and then attack distance, but then you start sacrificing inventory slots. And if you saw back up here, I think I actually skipped this one. This is the other big one, is increasing your mount's carry and cargo. So you can go up to 12 additional cargo slots, plus 20 on weight capacity. And here you can add an additional up to 3 more heavy cargos. Minus whatever the saddle adds and whatever other slots he starts out with. I keep hearing stuff. Now, the reason I'm worried about him, even though he has 6,000 health points, he's down to 45 points. So let me tell you a quick story about that. I tamed him on another map. I brought him here on a pod. The pod landed up there. He was on follow. He decided to leap off the cliff, landed on the house, smashed a hole in the roof, and almost died. He was down to 30% health. So that was really entertaining. So now I'm trying to keep him from getting attacked. Is that a... I mean, he's still got a lot of health, but yeah, he got beat up pretty good. All right. So we got through the UI. So the next thing is saddles. There was also a note in the update that now on the saddles, they actually notate here with these icons down at the bottom what mounts can use that particular saddle. And the first thing I noticed when I started was, hey, there's no elephant on here. They must have forgot the mammoth. Of course, then I found out that you cannot put that. That doesn't work there. So, of course, I immediately said, oh, wait a minute. He is a pretty big guy. He probably needs a big mount. Hang on. There's a leopard over here somewhere. There's a wolf over there. All right. Anyway, so we're going to go into our tech tree, tier 2, scroll down to where the ranching station is, and you're going to see this line all the way at the very bottom. There's now a woolly mammoth saddle. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, so he has his own saddle. So we're going to go ahead and get that attached. Should probably get him off the ground. So now he's got that nice, beautiful saddle. Okay, that's a blueback or whatever they're called. Let's go ahead and get him up off the ground. I'll put you on stay. There we go. All right. And I think I pointed it out, but I might have forgotten. But this is Woolly Bully. Woolly Bully. Meet the community. All right. Back in here one more time. So that saddle, as it says in the stats, plus 12 mount cargo, plus 3 heavy cargos. So that's pretty good. But then I noticed, obviously, that there's a slide bar here. he actually has a total of 24. So he has 12 default slots before you even put the saddle on. But of course, you can't access those without a saddle. So he's got 24 slots for normal cargo, 3 heavies. He's got a carry weight initially of 600 kilograms. Obviously, through the skills, you can add another 12. And you can add another 20% on the carry weight. And you can add another 3 cargo, heavy cargo. So you can go to 6 heavy cargo slots. All right. I hear a wolf. Okay, someone wants to play. Let me move him out here. Now, this is his walking speed. I'm going to show you the mount speeds, but here's the walking speed. Where did that wolf go? Okay, so left button is his tusk, which I don't know if... There he goes, 85 damage. And then the right mouse button is stomp. Now you got to be careful with the stamina. But yeah, there he goes. Now, another thing to notice is over on the bottom left, bottom right, I'm sorry. They show you the primary attack left mouse, which again, that's the thrust, the tusk attack. They don't notate that you have a right mouse button attack, which is stomp. So they'll probably fix a lot of that stuff. You know, they just released the update today. What else? Okay, movement speed. This is walking. Because I know a lot of people are going to be wanting to know this. How fast does he go? This is sprint. So you're not going to be getting too far. Uh-oh. I might have woken up a... Yeah, you're not going to be getting anywhere in a hurry, but hey, he's a big boy. Also eating up that stamina bar. And as you saw, there are currently no speed buffs or skills available. I don't know if they'll adjust that, or they figured, you know, he's too big. He doesn't need to be, you know, he can't run anyway. But that is... Oh, another wolf. Yep, that's his, all his abilities. The stomp looks pretty good, especially after you spend some points on it. Okay, this guy's back. Or no, I'm sorry, we got another one. Oh, he threw him up in the air. Whoa. I don't know if he bit me. Did he bite me? I think it threw him up in the air and he attacked me instead. All right. Well, it looks like there's going to be a lot of fun with these guys. Like I said, be careful with them, because when I had him on follow, he basically jumped off the cliff to come to where I was. So I think I noticed some pathing. Oh, boy. Some pathing issues. Now, what I gotta be careful on is I don't want to aggro the, that's an AoE attack. You don't want to aggro a bunch of extra critters. There was something, oh man, there was something else I wanted to point out. Dang it. I think that's everything though. Oh, also there was some notes for next week's update, which I'm actually interested in because it has to do with crafting. They titled it Tag-Based Crafting. And they said this is a system that they've developed for the Dangerous Horizons update. And I won't, it's kind of tells you something, but it doesn't make sense to me. It'll make more sense probably once I see it working. But it basically says that you can allow items to be grouped using tags and used as crafting inputs rather than requiring a specific item. So I was like, okay, I'm not 100% sure what that meant. So we'll see next week when that comes out. But anything that increases the ease of crafting. There was also a note that next week, along with that, they'll be adding some new fish recipes to go with that. All right. I think that's it. We got the movement speeds. We got the attack. I think that covers everything. I'm going to go ahead and send this guy. Let me turn my light on. I'm going to send this guy back up to the station because it's dangerous down here. And I don't have any place to put him right now. So if you never sent a mount or a pet up to the station, it's pretty simple. If they have anything like a saddle, you got to remove that. Then you go over to the orbital exchange device, and then they got to show up down here in the bottom where it says nearby mounts. Click on it, get the brackets, and it's as simple as that. And just say deliver to station.
Warning, clear immediately.
And just like that, he's safe and sound at the station. Well, alrighty, guys. I'm thinking about doing these for now on, doing the weekly updates. Let me know what you think. I kind of stumbled through this one. It was a last-minute idea, but I'm thinking for the planning out stuff for the 2026 season for the channel. So I think I'm going to start doing the weekly updates. I can usually do those like Thursday night or Friday, depending on when they release and, you know, what my work schedule is for that particular. But I'll definitely start working on doing those and come up with a little better flow. But normally what I would do, like I did today, I would want to experience the update, not just throw it out right away and just read what's on the website. I actually want to see what the update entails. So that'll be part of my personal touch, would be that whatever is related to the update, I want to actually show it in game. So sometimes it could take a couple of days for me to unlock the items, or in this case, hunt down a mammoth. I got lucky and found him on my second try. Anyway, it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are enjoying the show, enjoying the channel, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, tips, or tricks, drop those down below. And until next time, Maddstone out.